Hello, and welcome to Pushing 40 on Blitz. I am the Desert Fax because I am just a poor copy at best. Today we're going to be looking at our introduction to American Heavies, which is the T1. I went ahead and decided to start with the American line, not just because it's the first one there, but because the American series actually offers a good spread of tanks. You generally have some reasonable mobility, good offense capabilities, defense in the right circumstances. In general, it just offers a really, really good amount of tanks for you to play with, and it's not one of the smaller like 3, 4, 5 line tech trees. So, the T1, as we were saying, is the introduction coming in from the M7. The M7 you don't really have a choice on unless you're only going to do tank destroyers. You're going to do the M7. It's fine as a medium. At this point, I have not chosen to showcase it. But starting into the heavies, we're going to go ahead and jump into one replay here. The tank has, I think, about 1371 DPM. With calibrated shells, which may not seem like it a lot, especially if you're looking at a lot of tier 7 and up. But when it really comes down to is, at 700 hit points, this tank can kill itself almost twice in 1 minute. Penetration has been reasonable. Reload time of 7 seconds. Is not painfully slow. You can get into that in higher tiers. Actually, even as early as like tier 6 and 7, you can run into some really low reloads, or slow reloads, I should say. Now in this case, I'm choosing to run out and cap A. One of the things that you will run into in tier 5, particularly if this is early in the game at 5,000 battles or less for you, are you will run into a lot of bots. And while this was kind of amusing at first because I'm on my free-to-play account here, so I can go through all the the tech tree experience again. It's frustrating after a while, at least for me, because I end up with some bot teammates and bot enemies, and it's at times it can be fun, kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, but then other times it's just frustrating. It's like, oh, okay, let's get this over with. So seeing that we've got at least 4 of them over that direction, I decided to move to B cap, and the M6 decides to just back up directly towards me. Let's see, his name is Crawler. I've seen him before playing in the last day, and the fact that he's been on this much of an hour spread, I think that's actually a bot. I'm getting shot from behind by, I think, a Panzer IV-G, because he has a perfect line to the rear of my tank. And he can still hit me. I'm trying to back up so I can get to the point where I've changed the angle enough to where I'm protected somewhat from him. There we go, that's an M6, that's a tier up, that's the next step after this tank. You can see I was still able to pen it. Not at all angles, but from any side I had something I could penetrate, and that's without loading Pramo. So this guy is obviously a player because a bot wouldn't do that. We can play this game though. We want to go ahead and recapture cap. If I had forced it, I might have been able to run a shot in. As I back up, he's still... There we go. He's doing a really good job of tracking me in this brawl, but I don't think that's what he was going for. He was looking for actual damage. He tracked again. There we are. Kill number 2. Okay. Recaptured. Not worried about B at this point. It's not like this is an actual points battle. At this point, we've got 5 against 2. So we're just cleaning up now. The Panzer IVs, the Schmalturm, as I believe it is called, is a player. He's not doing any bot activity. He's got camo too, I think shale luminescence. It's not a bot thing. I was trying to go for a ram here. As you saw with the M6 that was backing up, I was bouncing all of his shots frontally. This tank also just kind of has a strip on the lower middle as well that you can pin frontally. They can side scrape. It's kind of about a 15 power to weight ratio, and which is actually on the decent side for heavy tanks. Here we go, the KV-1. Bing. So you've got enough mobility with this. You've got really good armor. And as I said, it's your intro to heavy tanks in the with American tanks, and it really operates like one, I feel. I think your frontal turret and hull armor is 150. And as you can see right here, that with over 2,200 damage on 4 destroyed, I only got a Class 2 mastery. It just shows you how well this tank performs. I mean, I was sitting there thinking, oh man, 4 destroyed. I'm like, I've got to get at least a 1, if not an ace. Nope, that's a Class 2, which is great. But like I said, it just goes to show how well this tank does. So if you're choosing the American line, well, you have no choice, but this is actually a really good tank to play, to learn with, and to appreciate the things that heavies do. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps support the channel. I appreciate it. And until next time, this is the Desert Facts, wishing you good games, good sportsmanship, and good luck.